So you're thinking of moving to Spring, Texas, but you're having second thoughts? In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why living in Spring might prevent you from wanting to move here. And if you stick around to the end, I'll share with you a bonus reason that might surprise you. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in the suburbs north of Houston, then subscribe below so you can be the first to know about the current market. My name is Mike IC, your North Houston realtor, and I get calls from people like you every single day. Whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out as all my contact information is in the description box below. And I'm here to help you make a smooth move to the suburbs of North Houston. So reason number 1 is the weather. So summers are hot and humid here, with temperatures hovering around 90 degrees to 100 degrees. And with the heat index, it feels like it's over 100 degrees because of the humidity and where we're located. And to some people, including myself, it feels really unbearable to be outside, to be mowing your lawn or going for a jog. You gotta figure out what time of day it's gonna be the coolest, even though no time of day is gonna be cool because of the humidity. And so I hear from a lot of people saying that they feel like they have to take multiple showers because they just get so sweaty and sticky. Could be unbearable to some people. Now winters are pretty mild over here. We really don't get severe cold weather except for 2 months out of the year, which is pretty much going to be January and February. I mean, this past December was really warm throughout the majority of the months, with some days, being somewhat cold. And then January and February, we get freeze warnings and we have to prepare our house and prepare the streets, and the whole city shuts down just because that's not the type of weather that we get the majority of the time, so that we're not really prepared. So overall, the summers are really long, winters are really short, and those are really the 2 seasons that we feel mostly. Reason number 2 are natural disasters. So recently I just talked about January and February experiencing Arctic freezes, where we have to prepare the house, prepare the roads, and temperatures drop to 20s to even with the wind chill, it goes to the mid-teens. And our area is just not really prepared for that type of weather, which can result to frozen pipes, busted pipes, water damage, and just a lot of other issues. So that's one thing to note. So hurricanes are the major events that we're mostly known for in our area, which hurricane season over here, it's mid-summer to late fall. And every year you just never know what's gonna happen or what kind of hurricane we're gonna get, if we're gonna get anything or if we're just getting a tropical storm. But most of the time, what we do get is a lot of rain. And sometimes the rain can lead to flooding. So most notably, going back in the past in 2017, the flood that really affected Houston and the surrounding areas was Hurricane Harvey, which was a Category 4 hurricane, which is also a 1 in 1,000 year flood. And that resulted in lots of rain, lots of downpour, to where it flooded pretty much all of Houston, and it took many weeks to recover from that. Last year, we experienced a Category 1 hurricane, Hurricane Beryl, and although that hurricane wasn't a severe hurricane, it did travel directly over our location, which is why we actually had a lot of damage. Lots of rain, lots of damage, lots of fences that fell, and unfortunately, that led to power outages, and which is probably one of the most frustrating things about this area. When the power goes out, it may go out for a day, 2 days, or even 10 days. So last year during Hurricane Beryl, personally, our power was out for 8 days. We didn't have a generator at the time, and we lost a lot of food in the freezer and the refrigerator, and it was hot. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, the summers are really hot. This happened during the summer, and temperatures were high, and without any air conditioning because the power was out, it was really stressful. And that's something to consider if you're willing to go through that, or take the proper precautions by getting a generator, a whole home generator, to power up your home when the electricity and the power does go out. So when it comes to flooding, one thing you definitely need to do is check the flood map. You can check the FEMA flood map, or you can work with a realtor who has access to flood maps in their MLS. So that's actually one of the first things that I do when I'm working with a client, is to check if that specific home, that specific area is in a flood zone, and if so, what type of flood zone is it? Is it a 1 in 100 flood zone, 1 in 500 under flood zone or not in a flood zone at all. So that's something you definitely need to do when you're considering moving to an area like this. 3 is home energy costs, and that's mainly due to our summers. So our summers are long and they're pretty brutal here, as mentioned earlier. You know, sometimes it feels like it's over 100 degrees with the heat index. So with that being said, you're most likely going to be running your air conditioning non-stop, and that's going to lead to a spike in your electricity bill. So that's something worth considering. And looking at the data, it looks like that just on average within Houston and surrounding areas, the average utility bill just throughout the year is around $241, which is 10% higher than the national average. And from personal experience, my electricity bill for a home a little over 3,000 square feet, it's a 2-story home, our bill runs around $200 per month, but during the summers I have seen bills over $350. And if you're thinking about purchasing an older home, keep in mind that home most likely won't have any energy efficient systems within the properties, so you may even see a larger increase in your electricity bill. So reason number 4 is our public transportation system. So if you currently live in an area with a really great metro system or a bus system or has subways to where you can get throughout the whole city without the use of a car, then this will be a big adjustment for you. Spring, North Houston, all the suburbs around the area are very car dependent, so nothing is really close to each other, and we also have a not so great walkability score within our area. So if you need to get to the doctor's appointments or restaurants or any other type of shopping and dining, then you definitely will need a car. So like I said, that could be an adjustment that you would have to make coming from an area with a great walkability score and a great metro system. And because spring is car dependent and we are experiencing rapid growth, leads to an increase in traffic. So key roads like I-45, FM 2920, the Grand Parkway, which is also called 99, all experience heavy traffic during peak hours or rush hour. So just wherever you need to go, just leave with enough time, just in case there's a delay, such as a car accident or construction, which there's still a lot of construction around here, which definitely impacts the traffic. So find a good podcast or listen to some music to help you pass the time while you're sitting in traffic. All right, now for the bonus reason, which are bugs, pests, mainly mosquitoes. So the mosquitoes are really aggressive over here and they're everywhere during the warmer months of the year. This is probably the most ideal location for mosquitoes, which is why there's a ton of them out there. So if you're trying to enjoy an outdoor barbecue or a walk outside, definitely bring a lot of bug spray. Have the citronella candles on to help prevent those mosquitoes from ruining your outdoor experience. And the mosquitoes are so bad that it's commonly brought up pretty much everywhere you go when you're talking to somebody during these months. So it's that much of an issue to where many people bring it up. Thinking about relocating to a suburb north of Houston? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually created the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it down below. From top employers to the best hospitals, and a boatload of other information that you need to know before you make the move. The best part is that this guide is 100% free. That's right, 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment, and I hope it helps. So there you have it, 6 reasons why you might not survive living in Spring, Texas. But for many people, the pros outweigh the cons. I mean, Spring has so much to offer, such as great neighborhoods, low cost of living, and great amenities. If you're considering moving to Spring, I would love to help you navigate the area, find the perfect home, preferably not in a flood zone, and prepare your life here. Click the link in the description to schedule a free consultation, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for more insider information about living in North Houston. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.